here I have a triangular scarf or small shawl that I made last winter, and because I have so many scarves and shawls, I never really got a chance to wear this one, and to be honest, I don't really like the color for the shawl. So what I'm thinking to do is unraveling this shawl and using this yarn to make myself a pair of socks, because like I said, I have a lot of scarves and shawls, but I could definitely use another pair of warm cozy socks. Here is a pair of socks that I crocheted for myself last year. Since then I've got some wear out of them. I love these socks, they're very comfortable to wear. However, there is a problem with them, and I'll show you. Over here on the heel of the sock, the fabric is already see-through, and the same is happening on the toe. The toe and the heel are wearing out pretty quickly, which is quite disappointing. So I'm now making myself a second pair of crochet socks, but look what I did here. For the heel and for the toe of my sock, I used 2 strands of yarn instead of 1, and also for the sock itself I'm using 80% Superwash Merino wool and 20% tencel. But for the second strand on the heel and on the toe, I used 100% acrylic yarn to make these parts of my socks more durable. As you can see, the new sock pretty much looks the same as this old pair. So the overall look is the same, and the tutorial for these socks is available on my channel. And for the new sock, I followed the same pattern pretty much, though I did make some adjustments here. The written pattern for this improved pair of socks will be available in my pattern shop. However, I want to know that it will only be available in one size, shoe size 7/8. Here is the yarn that I have for the second sock to finish my pair. And for the second strand, on the toe and on the heel, I'm using this yarn. I searched through my stash and this is the best that I could find. This is 100% acrylic yarn and it's a category 1 fine yarn, and I think this is the best color match that I could find in my stash. I will need 2 hooks for my project, hook size E 3.5 millimeters and hook size D 3.25 millimeters. I begin to crochet from the toe, so I begin to crochet in 2 strands and with a larger size hook, 3.5 millimeters. I start with magic ring, and the way I make mine is very simple. I just tie a knot like this, but I don't tie it completely, and instead I start crocheting inside of it. So I make 1 chain, and now into the ring I work 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I tie my knot and close my magic ring, and I join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. So this is my first round and that's my magic ring. For the second round I make 1 chain, and now I work 2 single crochets into each single crochet around. So I will have a total of 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the next stitch 2 single crochets, 5, 6, into the next one 2 single crochets, 7, 8, and so on, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and I join this ring with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Here I have 2 rounds finished. For the next round, I start with 1 chain and I make a single crochet into each single crochet around. So in this round I have 12 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. And so far I have 3 rounds finished. I start round 4 with 1 chain, and now I will make 2 single crochets into each single crochet around. 1, 2, into the next one, 1, 2, into the next one, 1, 2, and I continue making 2 single crochets into each stitch around. At the end of the round I joined with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. For round number 5 I start with 1 chain and I work a single crochet into each single crochet around. So in round number 5 I will have 24 single crochets. I start round 6 with 1 chain, and into the same stitch where I joined I work 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Into the next single crochet I work 1 single crochet. Now I begin to alternate. Into the next single crochet I work 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Into the next single crochet I work 1 single crochet. So in this round I'm going to alternate. Into the next stitch I work 2 single crochets, then into the next stitch I work 1 single crochet, then again 2 single crochets, 1, 2 single crochets, 1. And in this round, round 6, I have 36 single crochets. For the next 2 rounds, round 7 and 8, I will start with 1 chain and I will work a single crochet into each single crochet around. So for the next 2 rounds the amount of stitches is going to stay the same. It's going to be 36 single crochets. I start with 1 chain and into the same stitch as joining I work 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Into the next single crochet I work 1 single crochet, and into the next one again 1 single crochet. Now the pattern repeats. Into the next single crochet I work 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Into the next one 1, and into the next one 1. So the pattern for this round is 2 single crochets, 1, 1, 2 single crochets, 1, 1. At the end of this round, round number 9, I have 48 single crochets. Now for the next 3 rounds I'm going to crochet a single crochet into each single crochet around. So for the rounds number 10, 11 and 12, all I'm doing is making a crochet into each single crochet around. Here I have 12 rounds. This is enough for the toe of my sock, and from this point I will continue crocheting in 1 strand of yarn. So I'm going to cut off the blue yarn, and now I will continue crocheting only with 1 strand of yarn. Another thing is that I will continue crocheting in the round without joining. The very first round here I start with 1 chain, and then I make a single crochet into each single crochet around, and I will crochet over this blue yarn as well, like this, so it gets hidden in my work. And all I'm doing here is making a single crochet into each single crochet around, and I hide this blue yarn tail along the way. Here I am at the end of the round, and this round and the following rounds I'm not going to join. Instead I'm going to continue crocheting into the next single crochet like this. but I will use a stitch marker in each round to mark the beginning of each round. So I continue crocheting, single crochet into each single crochet. Here I am at the end of this round. I remove the stitch marker, and into that stitch I make a single crochet without joining, and now I mark this single crochet as the first one of my next round, and I continue crocheting around, making a single crochet into each single crochet, and I will continue crocheting this way until my whole sock over here measures 7 inches, and my sock is now 7 inches long. At this point I will attach the second strand of yarn, and I will continue crocheting in 2 strands of yarn because I will be working on the heel. This is the last single crochet of the last round, so I'm going to pull out the loop and finish this single crochet in 2 strands of yarn. So I'm attaching this second strand of yarn here, but I'm not gonna tie a knot. Simply pull through 2 strands of yarn. Simply pull through 2 strands of yarn, and then the short yarn tail of this second yarn I'm gonna hide as I crochet. So now I will make a single crochet in 2 strands of yarn into each one of the next 28 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I made 28 single crochets. Now I make 1 chain, I turn my work, and now I will make a single crochet into each single crochet across, and I will continue crocheting this way back and forth in rows, making a single crochet into each single crochet, and I will make a total of 14 rows, and that's gonna be the heel flap. Here I made 14 rows of single crochets for the heel of the sock. I turn my work inside out, and I'm going to stitch this part of the heel together. I will use slip stitches for that. Now I will cut off the yarn tail. I will hide the yarn tail. And this is what I have so far. The heel is ready. Now I will attach the yarn at the seam over here, and I will continue crocheting in the round. I make 1 chain. Now I will continue crocheting in ends of rows, and I will make a single crochet into each end of row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So 14 single crochets. Next I continue crocheting into each one of these single crochets, so making a single crochet into each single crochet. Here I crocheted single crochet into each single crochet, and there are 20 of them over here. And now again I will continue crocheting in ends of rows of the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 48 single crochets, and I'm not going to join it, but I will continue crocheting into the next single crochet. And for the next 3 rounds I will make a single crochet into each single crochet without joining the rounds, and I will use a marker to mark the first stitch of each round. So I'm gonna make 3 rounds of single crochets. Here I made 4 rounds and I have 48 single crochets around. Now in the next round, round number 5, I will make some decreases. I make a single crochet into each one of the next 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will make a single crochet decrease over the next 2 single crochets, and I finish them together. Now again, a single crochet into each one of the next 4 single crochets. 3, 4, and now a decrease, or 2 single crochets finished together. And that's how I continue crocheting this round. And now I have 40 stitches here, and now I will make 6 more rounds, making a single crochet into each single crochet around. And I don't join my rounds, but I use a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of each round. Here I made 11 rounds of single crochets. At this point I join the round, and I'm going to switch the hook size to the smaller one, hook size D, 3.25 millimeters. And this next round is going to be a round of double crochets. I start with 3 chains, and these 3 chains count as my first double crochet. And now I make a double crochet into each single crochet around, and I must end up with 40 double crochets. Here I finished this round. I joined it with a slip stitch to the top chain of the beginning chain 3. Now the next round I start again with 3 chains, and they will count as my first double crochet. And around the next double crochet I make a front post double crochet. Then into the next double crochet I make a double crochet. Around the next double crochet I work a front post double crochet, and then a double crochet into the next double crochet. And that's how this round goes: front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post double crochet, regular double crochet. I finished this round, joined it with a slip stitch, and now I'm going to make 4 more rounds of double crochets and front post double crochets. I start with 3 chains, and then around the next front post double crochet I make a front post double crochet. Into the next double crochet I make a double crochet, and again front post double crochet and a regular double crochet. front post double crochet and a regular double crochet. And as I said, I will make 4 more rounds, then I will join, fasten off, and the sock will be finished. And here it is. Now I can fasten off, hide the yarn tail, and my pair of socks is ready to wear.